Hi, this is Egle, and I'm going to introduce you my simple calculator program, which looks like this. It doesn't look so special, but I'm kind of proud of it because I eventually made it work. These are all the functions that it's able to perform, and I'm going to try to explain how I made it work. Well, these are the three different libraries that I had to include in order to make the different mathematical functions work. I also had to define the value of pi, the constant, because I'm going to use it later on for sinus and cosinus functions. This is where the main body of the programs are. And first of all, I had to define my variables. I have three different variables and two variable types. The first one is char, the character, and these are for tracking which key of the keyboard is being pressed, because the character type it only allows to be one symbol, while the long double is a number with a decimal point, and I have two of those. The first one is the screen value that is being shown right here in the screen. For now it's 0 because I have defined it to be 0, and the other one is number, the one that the user is going to enter to count with. And basically my program is a while loop, which means that as long as the key that is being pressed is not equal to Q, because Q stands for quit, the program is supposed to show all this menu. And this part defines the screen, which is right here. I have made it 20 spaces width. It also says choose an operation to be performed, which means that the user has to pick one of these shortcuts for different functions, and then the program recognizes the key, and it goes on to the switch function, which means that I have to find a different case for each of the different functions. Qx plus minus, multiply, divide, modulus, R for remainder, sinus, cosinus, tangent, square root, to the power of, and I have this default one, which means if any other kind of key other than these will be entered, the program will trace out incorrect operator and do nothing. So I'm going to show you how the program works. First of all, it asks the user to enter to choose an operation. Let's start with plus. And then it asks to enter a number, and let's enter a number, and here the number shows on the screen. I have included this line, system clear screen, because I wanted to refresh my screen every time so that this part wouldn't get repeated again and again. But yeah, we can also try the subtraction. Also asks to enter a number, and here it is. The next one that I have is multiplication. The funny thing is that it actually works even though you type the operator and the number at the same line here. I'm not really sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it works both ways. And then division. I have included this if statement in the division section because we all know that division from 0 is not possible. Therefore, when you try to divide from 0, the program will do nothing. So the next case that I have here is modulus, and it works like that. let's say we would like to find the modulus of 3. Then we enter the modulus sign and choose 2, and we have a remainder of 1. But the thing is that when using this piece of code, I had to actually convert my variables from doubles to integers, because modulus operation is not possible to perform with doubles. The next one that I have is finding removing the remainder, or in other words, rounding up the number. So if, for example, I have a really weird number like, and I want to round it up, I just enter R. Boom. It's around 10. This is the piece of code that I use for achieving this. It's a simple if-else statement. Yeah, and then I have all the sinus, cosinus, and tangent functions, and this is where I actually use the pi constant that I have defined in the very beginning of the code. And this works really simple. You just type in the one that you want to find, and here it is. Round it up. There it is. Cosinus of 0 is 1. Then the following one is the square root. This is actually a very simple one too. A square root of 7 is 2.6. For this I also implemented a small if-else sentence, because we all know that it's impossible to have a square root of a negative number. Therefore I stated, if the screen value is larger or equal to 0, then perform this mathematical function, else the program will write that there's an error and don't perform the calculation. The next one is the case of power of something. That's basically also just using the library CMath. But we can see how it works. For example, this number, I want to raise it to the power of 2. That is exactly 7. And yeah, that's basically it. I know it's not really perfect, but the functions work as they're supposed to, so as long as it works, I'm glad. Thanks for watching. Bye.